All right, you guys. It is 5:44. We have another live stream. Please, you guys, share, subscribe, hit that like button for me. Now they won't white rule forever. The Project 25 agenda. But before I get into this video, you guys, make sure you guys share this. Because yesterday, at around 10 o'clock, I didn't notice, brothers and sisters, that my live was being muted. And I want to say this is not the first time. So, saying this to you, something going on, brothers, that they don't want to get you guys to hear this information. But I want to say to you, as I was badly interrupted, just want to say they don't want platforms anymore. As you don't have a figure of speech. So let's dive into this. They won't white rule forever. Project 2025 agenda that you guys need to know. According to reports, you guys, Trump said some things that he was waiting on this time to come, that all he had to do was sign. Now, be expecting that you'll see mass deportations. Be expecting by the end of this year, you start seeing those 60,000 people that have vouchers. Public assistance would be gone. And they're trying to push for Social Security and Medicare, Medi-Cal, Rick, be expecting that they will tighten the food chain, and you will be seeing amount of high inflations, and you will see gas prices going up, food's going up. You'll see a fallout. Now I want to say this to you guys. Do they not know that the hour is here? You'll see every cry against them. So you got to be beware of them, because the curse of God is on them. So how are they deluded away from the truth? You see, Mr. Trump, I respect you as former president, as you ran your campaign in 2016. But I just want to say that was under no illusion that America will become great again. So I want to say to my brothers and sisters, this nation has become a habitation of devils, a home for every evil person, you see a cage. For every hateful bird, now have you become a nation of devils. See, Mr. Trump, in 2016, when you ran for your campaign, you went into Iran talking about, we're going to go over there and take the oil. See, I want to say that's the talk of a beast. See, that's thug talk. That you went into Iran and trying to make Iran a bulwark city. This as you went into Gaza. And you went in there trying to dictate to say, we'll take all the nukes from you. That he was setting up a mobilization and to make Gaza a bulwark city. See, brothers, that's a talk of a beast, you see. He made no actions to go over there to Israel. You know, Trump made some attempts to go into the Middle East to shake things up, but he had no desire to go to Israel. Regarding the ceasefire agreement. So now you see Israel and Iran. So escalations is high. And there's still this Cold War between America and Russia. See, America cannot be victorious because her divine intervention has come. Now let's go. That you see Israel and Iran conflict. Now you about to see this Project 25 agenda, Satan's agenda. Things, brothers and sisters, I want to say is about to change. Things is about to change drastically. Let's go. See, the dead are we. They seek their own. See, the dead are we, the black once slaves of the white man of America. See, we are a mentally dead people today. We are dead to the knowledge of self and others. The knowledge of self has now come to us from God, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever. Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, is a man. His teaching brings us into reality, and that into some kind of spooky or spirit or ghost-like teachings. Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, is the all-wise living God. He desired that we see him as he is, a human being, and not something beyond the families of human beings spooks. See, we can never ask a forming spirit to lead us because we are not a forming spirit ourselves. Man can only listen to man. See, man cannot listen to other than man. And to have the proof, we just, Nabal, was able to obey anyone but ourselves. We the ones dead mentally are coming to the knowledge of life when we learn this lesson of the living. It will destroy the brief and other than ourselves, bringing us up in the slavery times, putting us into a mental death was something the slave master and his children did because a desire to make us into something that was other than the truth in order to be able to keep our minds enslaved it. From the visit of God and the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever. The time now hath come to us, as it is written, that on this day of judgment we shall see God as he is. Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. The rise of the dead does not by any means mean what you and I was taught when we was little boys and little girls. And when we were little boys and little girls and man and woman age, we are still pushed on the baby side from understanding of the truth.
Well, the whole Grand Canyon thing is bananas. Like, there's areas of the Grand Canyon you cannot explore.
You are learning fast today, my brothers and sisters, that Allah, God, is fast in creating us in a new way of thinking. From the way in which we have been thinking was in a way of truth, of untruth, an unseeming way of understanding. America is a country, my brothers and sisters, where evil we see is dominant. And the people of America think nothing but evil. It is very solemn that you can talk to a person without getting a thought quickly that their minds is filled with evil. We the black people in America are called the dead spiritually. And we, the black people in America, now desire to make for ourselves something better than what the slave master children have made of us. We want to make something better of ourselves than what the slave master children still do make of us. Look at many people who used to be stage actors who are trying to be a stage actor, who are now forsaking the stage as being a mockery to them. They are now former stage actors who want to be seen and convert with as civilized black people and not as some kind of a stage actor. See, the right stage actors are with some sense because they are civilized. We see a meaningless act is not enjoyed by people who are intelligently learn into the knowledge of civilizations. We see the poor black man in America have no knowledge of any civilizations. But the white man have gotten to all of the civilized people of the earth, and he knows them, and they know him. This is why now a war between civilization had taken place, because the present ruler, right race, have deceived the whole entire civilized world with their civilizations of deceits. The right race was made for the purpose of making mischief The right race was made for the purpose of deceits. And now that Almighty God have come to make manifest that which had been hidden of the truth. Just run the white man from under his deceitful blanket, which the white man hath covered. And as the Bible teaches us, we see God will pull the cover off and show the nation his right race shame. That the white man have not been uncovered by Almighty God Allah, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever. So I do not see any cover left from the right man skins. But Allah God is pulling the cover off of this right race. This make it possible for us, the black people, who was there to this knowledge of the truth, to see the natural characteristics of this deadly white enemy of the black man. Now we can stun our enemies like we did a rattlesnake. When we see this rattlesnake or hear his rattle sting, we begin to try and seek cover from the rattlesnake if we are not able to kill. For we know his deadly sting. But the snake, white race, have overtaken us. He had bitten us so many times that we have become so poisoned from his poison getting into our blood, from his sting, that it has taken God now to come to prevent the snake from continuing to sting us. Allah God has the cure for being bitten by the snake. He will separate both of us from being involved with each other, so the snake poison and sting will not affect us. The black man in America have never knew anyone but this white race. Therefore, we see this black man seek pacification and mercy from a people. So you cannot blame this white man for what he is. So you cannot blame him for being what he is. See, the white people was made the people that they are. And the white man had made us, the black man, other than our own self. At the present time, we are not like we were. We was created in the beginning. See, we was created right. Then we was deceived by a deceiver, who was made a deceiver by nature. Our black people are rising up, and we are happy to rise to the knowledge of self and others. The rise of the dead will be like the blast of a trumpet pretty soon. The black people will become into the knowledge of themselves so fast they look like the rise of the dead has taken part at once. See, I just love to look at my black people now and see all of them are rising and listen to them talk. See how much different they are. My black people must get out of the white man's names. My black people must be qualified to enter the real original names of Almighty God Allah. See, come to the temple of Islam and learn all about yourself. After learn all about yourself, you'll be able to take those who enslave you and warp them around your little fingers. And you will not feel them on your little fingers until you see them on your little fingers and snake them off. See, Allah, God love you, and I love you. We want to build up this world for ourselves, to live in this world in peace and happiness. The resurrection of our people. The old world must be removed to make ways for a new world. There's a universal struggle being waged by the old world against the beginning of a new world. Will the old world opposition prevent the establishment of a new world? According to recorded history, the effort being made by the old world against the beginning of a new world will fail, as did former opponents of Allah. According to the history of Noah, the people ridiculed the very thoughts of Allah, bringing the flood to drown them. Noah was laughed at and scorned for preaching such a doctrine. According to the Bible and Holy Quran, he was called a liar and looked upon as a crazy person. Some of the members of Noah's family joined the mockers and disbelievers of Allah and his messengers, who is Noah. They met the same fate as the others who disbelieved. The opposition of that world to invent a better world was total, a failure. So shall it be with those today who oppose the beginning of a new world of righteousness, Islam. In the time of Abraham and his nephew Lot, before the birth of Ismail and Isaac, Abraham's two sons, the people mockers and haters of truth and righteousness in that part of the world. See, the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah have become victimized to every imaginable evil. They even threaten the life of the preacher of righteous Lot, disregarding the strangers. Angel visited Lot until it was too late. So it is with the opponents of the messenger of Allah today in America. The wicked always believe that they are mightier than Allah, and they make a supreme effort to divert the plans and purpose of Allah to bring about a better world. They always love to attack the messengers, to try to condemn him as a liar. See, trying to prove the messenger a liar mean calling Allah a liar. See, they're trying to prove me a liar, brothers. Just yesterday, around 10 o'clock, they put my live stream on mute because I was talking about this, new 2025 project agenda. They didn't want me to talk about this, y'all. But I got to talk about it to you. Because you're going to see an increasement of homelessness. You're going to see mass, mass deportation, man. They're moving immigration out of here, man. I'm telling you what he wants to do, man. They are, reconstructing America. Nothing surprised me in the very beginning with government force another shutdown and bring in a new pandemic. Force the vaccine, the marking of the beast. See, this Project 25 agenda, y'all, was on that bill. Y'all ain't really seen what's on that bill. Public assistance is gone. Rick, be expecting to see high inflation, high cost of living. See, they're making it like you can't afford to be here anymore. See, they want white rule forever. See, you gotta understand. See, whether our forefathers built America from the ground on up, see, it's like that don't mean anything. If you're poor, that's just another way they get rid of you. See, they'll send you somewhere where you don't even want to go. But let's go on. See, trying to prove the messengers a liar mean calling a lie a lie. So I want to say, prove to me if I'm lying to you, brothers and sisters. Pretty soon they're going to want to shut all the social media platforms out. See, the thing is, they don't want you to have figure of speech. So, proving the messenger a liar, calling a lie a liar. So we see the Holy Quran repeatedly prophesies a miserable, shameful, disgraceful defeat for the disbelievers and the hypocrites in their campaign against the last messengers of Allah, whom Allah will rise in the time of the resurrection of the dead. The messengers are never sent. They always arise in the midst of those whom Allah will warn. So they can't claim that they did not understand the language of the messengers or say that he was a foreigner or a stranger. See, the messengers is one from them. For nearly 34 years I have served you just as Allah, a warner of old, served a hard-headed, disbelieving people who is great lovers of the enemies of Allah and the true religion of Islam, which means entire submission to Allah. The will. There is mockery and evil plans are made against my life by the wicked, just as there was made against Noah, the prophet. The powerful, rich world of Christianity, especially America, is made to seem as movable as mountains. They can be removed by high explosives. So wealth and power also can be reduced to nothing. We are now living in a judgment or doom of this white man's world. We see preparation have been made to meet every effort by the white man to oppose the beginning and setting up of Allah's new world of righteous Islam. See, the government of USA today watch my followers with an evil eye, seeking to deceive anyone who enter the fold to help further the cause of truth and the upliftments of the mourning heads and the grieving hearts of the American so-called nickel, to help make them a nation of righteousness and justice, to serve as a star for their nation of their own kind forever. The U.S. government is active in its deceitful work of trying to slow the progress of the resurrection of our people. The American white want us to reject Allah and the true religion of Islam and believe in their false religion and false gods whom they cannot make manifest to you. They cannot prove to you in this day and time that Christianity is a defense for you, as well as for themselves, against their doom. America must be taken and destroyed, according to the prophet, at the time and end of this wicked world, where the lost and found members of the ancient people are found. America hates and mistreats her slaves to the extent that they have reached the hearts of Allah and the righteous people of the earth, the nation of Islam. We read where our black brothers refer to the American so-called nigger as their brothers. While, according to the preacher, the some of these lost found members of the nation of the earth, they would rather have themselves referred to as their brothers of the enemy. The extent to which the enemy had poisoned the minds and hearts of my people here in America is shameful. They willfully do anything to deceive the so-called to going to their doom with them. There is no way for enemy of Allah, his messengers, his people, the darker people of the earth to find strength, power, and wisdom enough to win in a war against Allah, as it is written in the Christian Bible and many other places. For the days of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and you with the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. We see the elements shall melt with the fervent heat, and the earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. We see the Bible, Peter, chapter 3, verse 10. The earth shall not be burnt. It will be here for many thousand years to come. Only that on the earth, the devil which has sinned against Allah, his law will be destroyed. The earth, the sun, the moon, and the stars have never disobeyed Allah since their creation. We see Adam and Eve. We see the father and mothers of this white race refuse the religion of Islam peace because of their nature in which they was made. This make it impossible for the right race to submit to Allah and obey his laws of righteousness. This, the law-found members of the nation from the tribe must learn of the right race. That is a race, a time to seek mercy and justice from a people who by nature do not have it for each other. They talk and preach the goodness of God and his prophets only to deceive you, who by nature are the God of righteousness, and to fall them away from our God to a God who does not exist. See, our future, my brothers and sisters, is at stake. We see 99% of us do not know it. See, with every evil spooner around you seeking an excuse to do their worst to you, make it hard for the 99% ignorant to ever know the truth. The greatest desire is to prevent you from ever accepting the truth. They claim the truth, but they hate true teachings. They seek any kind of charge to place against us to get revenge for our preaching the truth. They trap our telephones and follow us around from place to place. And you tape recording machines. And the hypocrites, stool pigeons amongst us, keep them up to date on what we say and do. They are bold enough to even ask your own relatives to help them to do you evil and due to fear and ignorance on the parts of my poor people. See, the enemy hires them to destroy themselves. See, the truth hurts the guilty. With persecution, murdering of the truth, bears help the evildoers in this late hour of their day, the end of their time. Problem must be solved, says Allah, the God of righteousness, who is with you and me to raise us up, the poor, lost-found members of the original owners of the planet Earth. The tribe, we see a good solution is as follows. Stop opposing the spread of Islam peace amongst us. Let us go back to our God, Allah, and our religion of Islam peace, since you will not give us the so-called equal justice and do not want social mixing with your free slave because of degrading and lowering your own status in the eyes of the world. Help us to go for ourselves, neither out or in your countries. See, for 400 years, we have served you with our labor's sweat and blood, the last of your whoop, your killing, lynching, and burn of our innocent black flesh without even a hearing and a court of justice, nor even our murders being punished. So although we are marked before your enemies, and there we had poured out our life for the freedom of your life, children, and your country, we turn home to meet an even worse enemy. Today we are hated, kicked out, and sustained places like unwanted dog who have caught the game and was not given a taste of it. Only that which the hunter could not and should not eat himself. Dog being too ignorant to recognize the injustice done to him by his master would jump to his feet again at the call of his master to offer his life for his master's life. This we have and are still doing for you. See, we are not wanted in your better neighborhoods. In many places, we have to be guarded and protected by your armed force in order to live in a house which one of your kind has sold to us. Yet we are the most peaceful and honest of the population. We are taxed equally and perhaps more than those of our own kind, who are real citizens, owners of this country of America, through our labors our Father made and built it for you. So you think over. See, millions of us, my brothers and sisters, working, fighting, dying at your hands, and others for 400 years without a home, which we can call home, not being allowed to worship our God religion, nor have unity among self and our kind, without being charged with these worst crimes, seeking to overthrow the governments by force, though we have no arm to do such, just to have an excuse for you persecuting and seeking to kill the same poor 400-year-old slave. We, the whole nation, of this lost found members of this black nation in America, must remember that for the past 400 years, we have been weared by the enemies of our fathers, according to their own history writing, bringing us up from our native lands and people into the Western was not for the purpose of making themselves friendly people to us and our nation, but to deceive us as being that which they actually were, not a friend and an advisor to us, while at the same time depriving us of the true justice and equality. Even now, we see after 400 years of servitude, slavery. We must remember that the deceiver actually had deceived us to the coming of God and the person of Master Fly Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever, is to make manifest, we see, this arch deceiver work against us and to equip us with the nature of the arch deceivers, that deceits is part of his very nature. Yet Allah comes to give us the knowledge of the God of evil, who have freedom for the past 6,000 years to deceive not only you and me, but also the entire nation of this earth. This is the greatest salvation that God Allah could bring to you and me, to know the source of our trouble and cause, the power of the manifestators, and to remove this cause which has affected the black nation for 6,000 years. It is worth the heaven and earth to us when we agree on not trying to make them our friends, which by nature they cannot be, even if they wanted to. Only few have the breed for goodness. By nature, they can't even practice goodness. See, our position makes us the victims of deceits of these great scientific deceivers, the white race. They put us to sleep as babies, and they know the type a noise that awaken the sleeping baby. The noise is that which Allah and the person Master Muhammad has made. And he, Allah, has missioned me to continue to make that noise till all our people are fully awakened from the slumber of the arch deceiver of the nation of this earth. Surely now all are really working to keep us blind, deaf, and dumb to the knowledge of the arch deceivers. But the few who help us endanger their own life to trying to help us. As you see, the Christian priest in Milwaukee profess to be trying to help those who want to live next door in the house of our children, of our father's slave masters, is having some trouble. Even this easy can be classified as deceitful work against the truth, freedom, justice, and equality for our people. This priest is having trouble amongst our openest, vigorous haters of you and me of his kind. This priest wants to help the poor black man here in America, especially in Milwaukee, to accept false friendships, ever be at their mercy to rule spiritually, economically, and politically.